Hi everyone, I thought I would just check in to do a quick video. Hopefully it'll be quick in terms of my quick videos. They're usually 15 minutes long, so hopefully this one will keep it up in around 5 minutes, 6 minutes. So what I wanted to speak about today was which is probably what I think a lot of us are kind of feeling at the moment when we are already feeling quite burnt out and overwhelmed with the energies that it's about saying yes to other people, and when we're actually saying no to ourselves, but it's also the guilt that we feel. Like it's the emotions that we feel when we say yes to others, when we're saying no to ourselves, right? So it's the feelings of the guilt and the not being good enough, and what will everybody think of me if I say no, if I can't do it? And then you're angry, and then you're frustrated, and then you're resenting people, and you're angry at yourself, and then you're frustrating, and then you're taking that frustration out on others, all because you knew in your heart space that for whatever reason on that particular day or time that you needed to say yes to yourself, right, before you're saying yes to others. So, it's not an easy thing for us, or for me specifically. It's been, growing up, it's been very much you do things for other people. You're always doing things for other people. And that, while that's not a bad trait, the lines of boundaries and how much you do and when you do and how you offer yourself and when you offer yourself, and then the expectations of, well, if I did this for this person, why aren't they doing that for me? And I expected them that if I did this favor, then I would expect people to, to return the favor. So, expectations are a very hard thing to drop. That when we do something because we just do something. There is no attachment to an expectation. There is no attachment to a feeling of resentment. There's no attachment to a feeling of anger or taking your frustrations out on anybody else. So when we feel guilty, which is something that I've struggled with a lot this week, is how do we process that guilt? How do we let ourselves know that we're okay, that it's okay to set that boundary? It's okay to say no. It's, if we're invited to things, it doesn't mean that we're obligated to go. And for some things we are obligated to go, but for whatever reason we're going because we're doing it to make everybody happy. And initially, right now that's probably causing waves with people that I'm setting those new boundaries, because just because something's on an Mercury retrograde obligated to go to, it doesn't necessarily mean it's for my own good. And as an empath and someone that's very intuitive, I don't always have the energy to be around people and to do things just so the repercussions of it and the feeling the guilty and whatever that other person has that expectation on, then projects that back to me, right? When it's really their issue to begin with. So, they always say, if you don't, you can't give to others if your cup's not full, or, filling up your cup. So, if you come across a time in your life, or next week or this week, where you feel that you're getting into a habit, or you're continually creating a pattern where you're always saying yes to others and you're not saying yes to yourself first, and when it's your own mental health and your energy that gets depleted because of it, then where can you slowly start to set those new boundaries? Where can you slowly start to draw a new line and going, you know what, if I'm really feeling on that day that I can't do this for whatever reason, then it's okay for me to say no. Or it's okay for me, and you don't have to say no. You can just say, look, I would really love to help you, or would really love to be there, but right now I'm not in a, not in a good state, and I need to put myself first. And it's even us having to explain ourselves. Like, why should we even have to explain to others why we are saying no? So that's just something that, we all have to deal with. And we can only do one thing at a time when it comes to this pattern of just saying yes, 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 when you know, really when our higher self and our body and our energy is asking us to go, no, you really need to sit down, you really need to heal, you really need to process this emotion or that argument that happened the day before, or, you know, just spending the day by yourself. So it's not the easiest of pattern for us to drop, or to break, or to create a new pattern. I'm very much a people pleaser. I have been a very big people pleaser, and I'm slowly learning that I can't say yes to everybody, especially now, especially with the energies, especially with the energy shifts and the you know, ascension symptoms and everything else that we've going on. It's managing to look at that guilt face on and going, what do you really have to be guilty for? And I don't have to be guilty for anything, because it's their expectation. They're projecting their expectation on you. So be good to yourselves, be kind to yourselves. It's a very, you know, like I said, it's a very big area for a lot of us, where we need to step back into our own power, and listen to our gut, listen to our intuition, because sometimes our intuition and our guts know that, you know, doing something is not right. It's not in alignment with who you are, or you know, what you're doing at that time. So be mindful when you're saying yes to somebody else, when you're really saying no to yourself. Where can you slowly start to change that, where you're saying, you know, yes to you, and it's just yes to you first, and no, maybe later, or, you know, next week to other people. Like, obviously if it's, you know, life and, you know, death or whatever, or it's, you know, emergencies, and it's a completely different story. But, you know, these energies are no joke, right? They are very strong. They are very, very demanding. They are asking us, demanding us that we sit down and we take care of ourselves, and we allow, you know, the ascension symptoms to wash over us, right? We have massive upgrades, massive downloads. Our bodies are, you know, becoming more crystalline. So being more, having more awareness of where you can say yes to yourself first, and keeping yourself in good mental health, and keeping yourself in good spiritual health is really important. You know, you can't say yes to everybody all the time. That you have to start standing back in your own power. So where can you do that this week? What will come up for you this week that you can maybe say, you know what, this is not in alignment with me. This is not something that I can take on. I know there's a part of me that wants to people please and be approved by others and not let other people down, but you're letting yourself down. You know, we are letting ourselves down, because at the end of the day, it's us that's burnt out. It's us that's exhausted when we're going to bed. It's us that's taken that anger and that rage and that, you know, all those energies that just keep bottling up inside, right? So balance is the key. You don't have to go all 180 or all 360 all at once and all of a sudden just say no to everybody. Use the discernment, right? Know when, check in with yourself. Know when you can say yes, and know when you can say no. So that's it. I hope it's helped. Healing sessions are back online now, so feel free to book. Be happy to assist you integrating these new energies at the moment. Let me know how I can help. Messages are always opened, or respond when I can. And see you soon. Bye.